Wow! Hey everybody, it's Romania Black, and where'd July go? Where did it go? Why is it the end of July? Why is summer dangling ever so closer to its end? I don't like it because summer is when I have all this free time, and it has been a busy summer, and I've had lots that I've been working on. So we are doing the August update video. It feels like yesterday I was doing the July one. Honestly, this month just evaporated. I think it's because of the heat wave. I think that I have been actively outside more and trying to practice some self-care and taking time away from the channel, but that has just made this summer go by insanely quick. So I just finished actually recording one of the live streams that I did this morning. Hopefully you all have enjoyed the live streams this summer. There'll be a couple more in August, and then we'll still say goodbye to the live streams until maybe one for the end of the year. But we're going to talk about what's going on for the August update video. There's not much that's going on elsewhere on the channel right now, except I'm chugging along trying to get things ready for August for you all. I am going to do at the end of this video kind of a tour around the space, as I've finally gotten it. It's not 100% where I want it, but it's close enough that I'm just going to do a tour of the space because you all have been asking for it for a long time, and it's about 6 months overdue. So before we get started talking about what is on the schedule this month, because last month was a big turnover, lots of change. This month is kind of finishing out that major turnover, at least until October. So we're going to talk about that. But before we get into it, I want to give a massive shout out, not only to Patreon, because you all have been amazing this month. You've been so kind, so supportive. I really appreciate it. But also to the moderators who are helping on the channel for this month and this coming month. So a special shout out to Be Happy and Plore, because they are the main moderators on the channel. They check the channels, they moderate a lot of shows, and they give a lot of time and effort and energy for free just because they're super kind and supportive. So thank you both so much. You are amazing people, and I hope you have an amazing August as well. I also want to give a shout out to Truck and Geen. Truck and Geen are working together to moderate not one, but 2 shows coming in August, and so they are super helpful and kind. Thank you all so much. You all are a dynamic duo, cult leaders extraordinaires. I'm very thankful for all that you do in support of the channel as well. And then finally, I want to thank Cough Me, who has been a moderator for the Odd Taxi channel, which we're going to talk about. And Cough Me has been doing an amazing job being a moderator. And so thank you for stepping up, because none of the other moderators had seen the show. So thank you for stepping up and offering to do this. It's so appreciated, and I'm very thankful for your support and kindness. These moderators do a lot, so give them a shout out. Give them a shout out on the Discord. They do amazing work, so thank you all so much. With that being said, we're just going to dive right in. I'm going to talk about what's happening each month, each week on the channel, the movies that have been commissioned for this month I'm super excited about, and then the extras, because there's quite a few extras. Most of them I've already recorded. I'm so excited to get into it. But yeah, so we're going to dive in. August has a lot going on. It's back to school for me, so I'm working hard this month to try to get everything pre-recorded before we dive in to this madness, because yes, there's a lot of madness. Let's get into it, shall we? So for the month of August, on Mondays, we have Word of Honor. Word of Honor is so good. I feel like we're in like the best days of Word of Honor so far. And the people that are still watching this show with me are amazing. I don't know where all the rest of you all went, but Word of Honor just gets better and better. And hopefully those people can catch up, because I'm having an amazing time watching this series. And it's done my fangirling every single week. So mwah, awesome work for Word of Honor. Tuesday is going to be a lot this month in August, and so I want to break it down for you all. We are going to be watching Natsume's Book of Friends. We are just finishing up season 6. We're about to get into some OVAs, potentially a movie. So it's going to be a big month for Natsume's Book of Friends. I'm excited about it. But we just rounded out season 1 of Cherry Magic. So I want to talk about what's going to be happening now that Cherry Magic is concluding. So I am going to be reading the Cherry Magic manga. That's going to be one of the extras this month. It will probably not be on the channel until the very end of August. So don't look for that anytime before the end of August. But in the meantime, the first week of August on Patreon and the subsequent week on YouTube, after much not a lot of arm pulling and a lot of recommendations, and after much pleading from the Discord, I am going to be starting Alien Stage. Now, hear me out. Alien Stage, you're going to have to watch the first reaction to see how I'm going to be doing it, but we're going to be at least getting into part 1 the first week of August on Patreon, and then the following week on YouTube on that Tuesday. And then that's going to be one of the extras for the month. And then the rest of August, I am starting a new series. There was a very heated, very close poll between 2 shows in July, and both shows were insanely popular on the polls. They came very close within each other. And so on Tuesdays, about mid-August on Patreon, a little bit later on YouTube, I'm going to be starting Orb on the movements of the Earth. I have not started that series as of recording this video, but I've been told that it has a cult following, and that has me pretty excited. So I like to go in blind, so no spoilers, please. But I'm super excited on Tuesdays. So Orb Tuesdays is going to be hitting us about midway through the month. On Wednesdays is Dan season 2, and I'm having a blast with that series so far. It is just like shonen in the best way, bonkers in the best way, shonen in the best way. I'm loving Dan, but we're in season 2 of that. We're going to be doing that throughout August. On Thursdays is Chihaya Furu. We're nearing the end of season 1, which is exciting, and things like this series, it just is consistently amazing week to week. If you've not seen Chihaya Furu, please give it a shot. It's really, really good. And I'm really engaged in it so far. I can't wait to see how season 1 rounds out. Then on Fridays, we've started Odd Taxi, which is amazing. I am loving Odd Taxi. It's so full of mystery. It's so intriguing. And we're getting into some juicy episodes. So August is going to be a lot of fun with Odd Taxi. And then we have a bunch of Patreon commissions for this month. We have 4 that I'm going to talk about with you all. I decided to organize these 4 commissions based on the year they came out because I don't know anything about any of them. I'm going in completely blind, but they all came out within 2007 to 2013, and I was like, ooh, some late 2000s, early aughts? What we getting? Come on, nostalgic flashback. So we're going to be starting out our Patreon commissions with one from Shimoyama, which will be Summer Days with Ku from 2007. I don't know anything about it. We'll see. Then, following that, I do know with this one recommended by Sean, it is a very long commission. So buckle in for Love Exposed from 2008. It's a 4-hour feature. I've never watched a 4-hour feature on my channel before, but I'm willing to give a go for the commissions. There may be an intermission. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited. So that one came out in 2008. We'll be watching that the second week. Or technically the third. I'll talk about that in a minute. Then the third commission is As One from Sunspots. It came out in 2012. I think it's a Korean film, just from looking at when the date was, but we'll see. And then we're going to round out the month. As August ends, we are getting closer and closer to one of my favorite months, which is October, where Halloween is, and it's autumn. And so Dana has commissioned a 2013 film, Coherence, which seems to be maybe a little spooky, maybe a little psychologically thrilling. I'm super excited either way. So we're going to have that. So we're going to start with 2007 and party our way to 2013 this month in the commissions. Now, as far as the extras go, there are actually 5 Fridays in August, and there's only 4 commission spots on the Fridays. So this very first Friday coming up on Patreon and then the following week on YouTube, I'm actually going to be reacting to a movie that I've been requested a lot, which is the Given To the Sea Given third movie. So that's going to be the first this coming Friday on Patreon, next Friday on YouTube. I'm super excited about that. It was such a good movie. Very satisfying if you're a Given fan. So definitely would check that one out. And then we'll talk about the other extras here in a moment. But as far as on Saturdays, we've finished A Place Further Than the Universe, which was such a good series. It was so heartwarming. The ending of it, mwah, chef's kiss. But as I told you all a few months ago, I like to take a break in between each series and maybe sneak in an extra if I can. So the first Saturday on Patreon and the second Saturday on YouTube is going to be an extra for the month, which is going to be me ranking the Bocchi the Rock songs from season 1, because a lot of people requested that. After I finished Bocchi the Rock, they're like, will you rank the songs? So I will. I'm gonna give you all my opinions, and y'all can comment in the comment section about how wrong I am. But we're gonna be doing that the first Saturday. Then after that, this other series, there was orb movements on the movements of the earth, and then this other series was super close in the polls with it, so both of them luckily ended up winning their own separate polls. I'm going to be starting Steins Gate on Saturdays. Steins Gate Saturdays! And let me tell you, I've watched the first episode. That's all I'm going to say. I probably will have to watch ahead before you all see me start the series, because I'm like, oh, I need to get a little bit ahead of y'all for spoilers, I am sure. But holy shit, holy shit is all I can say about Steins Gate. All right, so Steins Gate Saturdays is going to start this month. And then on Sundays, speaking of some S alliteration, we have Steins Gate Saturdays and we have Summer Hikaru Died Sundays. Oh, when I tell you how obsessed I am with this series, I am living for Summer Hikaru Died. It's so good. So this month is stacked with amazing shows. So I hope you all get a chance to watch them with me, because they are so much fun. It is not a dull moment. I feel August is going to leave me absolutely hyped up going into September. The only other extras that I've not talked about are the Apothecary Diaries. There were some chibi shorts, and so I did an analysis of the song lyrics, talked about comments left over from season 2, and did a reaction to the chibi shorts. That's going to be on the channel, Patreon the first week, and then YouTube the second week, and so on. And then, like I said, Cherry Magic will be later on. Run with the Wind is still whenever I get to it, but honestly, I feel like the rest of this month I'm going to be working on a video essay if I have spare time. If I have spare time, I'm going to be working on that. And then school's starting back up, so things will be getting back in the swing of things. And then I do have 2 live streams planned. I'm planning on doing them the 13th and the 24th, which will be just mainly, I think, the 13th, right? We're going to look at this real quick and see what the actual month looks like. Yeah, it's going to be, the 10th. The 10th and the 24th is going to be the 2 live streams. One is going to be about Land of the Lustrous, which I finished a while ago, and Trigun Maximum, which I just finished on the channel. And then the other one will be talking about A Place Further Than the Universe and Cherry Magic. And we'll probably sneak in some, discussion about other things. As y'all have noticed on the live streams, I can get off topic pretty quickly. But yeah, we'll have a few more summer live streams and just get ourselves ready as school starts back. It is a wild time. But yeah, big transition on the channel. Lots of really good shows. I hope you all tune in to see what's cooking with the reactions and discussions. Now, I do have an unboxing that I want to do that ZEROANTIZERO has sent me, and so I'm pretty excited about that, to see what that is. And then I'll be showing you all kind of just a little simple tour of the space now that's been reset up, so you can see what's in this room beyond just what's behind me, and maybe get some close-ups of what's behind me on the wall. So with that being said, if you're not sticking around for the unboxing and the tour of the office space, then I want to say thank you so much for making July such a fun time. Last summer I was recording ahead and getting super far ahead because I was just like pouring myself into the reactions and not doing much of anything else. And this summer I've tried to, when somebody's like, hey, do you want to go hang out? I've been like, okay, sure. And I've been trying to letting myself get away from the channel just enough to go live a little, because why not? So that's been really important, and it's helped to make me feel a lot more engaged and focused as a reactor. So I think that's going to make for a better fall. So we'll see. But anyway, so I want to open this package up. It's very light, so I don't know what all is in it, but thank you, ZEROANTIZERO, for sending this to me. Honestly, y'all could just write me a letter. I would be fine with that. Because postage is expensive. So my dogs are like, what is this noise? All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, hello. There are tubes. Tubes, you say? Oh, bitch. Oh, I just looked down and saw what was on the tubes. And I was like, oh, well, I have space. And now I know what's going to go in that space. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Zero Anti-Zero. Okay, before I reveal what these are, because I'm so excited about them, I'm going to make sure there's not like a card or... Oh, there is. A card or something missing in here. You did not have to do that. I know you know that, but it bears repeating. So, okay. Tis a card. Oh, wow. Oh, this is cool. With the script. With the scripts and such. Huh. I thought your new space needed something new. Just kidding. I got these before the redesign. Keep up the good work. Best regards, Zero Anti-Zero. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And of course my dog is like, foolish mortal, throw toy. Thank you. Actually, depending on how big these are, they could find a space. Holy cow. Okay. So if you don't know what these are, I will show you. These are Ace of the Diamond themed. Oh my goodness. And I'm so excited. Look at Sawamura! Look at him! Oh my gosh! Our sweetheart! Look at him! He looks so good! That's awesome! I love that. Yes, please. That's super cute. And then the next one, I'm going to put this one down. Oh, pop this one down. And then I'm going to set this down here for a second as I get into this next one. I mean, if you probably can guess what the next one is, but it is our sweet catcher Miyuki. Look at him. Yes. Oh, I love. Oh, I like that you have one of Sawamura on one side and then him on the other side. Love, 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 love. Okay. So, naturally, I'm going to have to look at the final one. Y'all know what this is going to be. If we have Miyuki and we have Sawamura, then it feels only natural that we also have them as a battery! Ah! Okay, here's the deal. This is going immediately on the wall. Immediately. It'll probably be in the video of the tour because it's just so good. Yes, yes. Just the two of them. They look amazing. This is perfection. So it's going to go on the wall. Of course it is. But, oh my gosh. Thank you, Zero. These are awesome. I love these. They're going on the wall, and that way I can always look up, and while I'm waiting on season 4 to be animated, I will have them right there. So, So yeah, we're going to do like a little tour of the office space since we got time, and I'm going to throw this toy to Huckleberry a little bit more, and I'll see you all on the tour. All right? See you there. Okay, so I guess we're going to start with the view that you all usually see, which is of the chair. I still have the Survey Corps hoodie / cape that was given to me way back in season 2, I think, of the series, which was so long ago, but I love it so much. This blanket is just mainly a block for the window for the light. It's Pokemon themed, old school, OG edition. I usually had either it or a Berserk blanket up, so I'll usually probably swap between those. And then let's get into I'm going to zoom out a little bit maybe. That's as far as it'll zoom. To showing you all what you guys see behind me the whole time. So we're just I finally got this room organized, and so we're gonna kind of start from the side and work our way around. This is Lost in Translation poster. I have literally had this since college, and it's one of my favorite movies, and it's followed me wherever I go. So of course I wanted it, since the movie takes place in Japan, for it to kind of be represented on the channel.
And then we're going to start from the bottom of this first shelf here and kind of show you all what's on here, just so that you all can see. Down here, I did a paper in college about Hot Gimmick. It's not a good series, but I felt like it was important to have that represented. And then I have some Unico manga. I've got some Silver Spoon manga that I have, that I got in college as well. The Rooster Fighter one was sent to me. And then this volume of One Piece is the one with Boa Hancock in it. She's one of my favorites. So it's like the One Piece volume that I own. This Naruto volume is actually my brother's, and he didn't want it anymore, so I took it. And then I love Scott Pilgrim. So of course, behind Mika here, I have to represent Scott Pilgrim. I love that manga. And then I have all of these Seraph of the End books. I didn't finish reading them because I got a little bit too busy on the channel, but I've read almost all of them. And then of course there's Mika and you. I love those figurines. They're great. My friend got me this black candle that's Halloween themed, and I thought it looked best over by my Black Butler manga. So I collected Black Butler up until the 14th volume, and then I have one volume in Japanese. Eventually I will rewatch this series one day. But I loved Black Butler in high school and college. Loved that series. The manga is so good. It's so awesome. And I wanted to showcase it here for you all. So then going up, we have Twittering Birds Never Fly. I had to show Yashiro and Domeki. I had to show them off. I love them kind of being here to represent on the shelf. And then this series is another one that a patron, Wuxian Sweebian, got me into, which is called Sayonara Game. And then there are some sequel series, Change World, Love Nest, and now Engage. It's a really good BL, good yaoi, and so I wanted to represent it on the shelf. These up here are series that I've been given these manga, but I have not obviously read or watched them yet. So they are the like upcoming one of these days series. Obviously, Dorohedoro I've heard of before, but have not gotten to it. I want to see Witch Hat Atelier when it comes out. Golden Kamui is probably going to be on a poll later this year. And then Tokyo Ghoul, if we do a manga poll, will be on it. And then last month, this was actually sent to me, Daydream Hour. And I'm going to react to it when season 2 of Dungeon Meshi's over. This stuff thing was given to me a long time ago, so I put it here. I need to dust, so there's probably going to be dust on these. But I have to represent Trigun, so I got Legato and Vash right here. Got to represent. This little teacup is from Free, the Free series, and I love it so much. If I'm going to have tea, I'm going to have it in this cup. And then this is one of 2 prints I was sent for Skate the Infinity. The other one's on the other shelf. And my best friend actually just got me this literally last week. It's one of those little lamps that if you turn it on, it glows, and it's a corgi. So that felt appropriate to be on the shelf. This is my Jujutsu Kaisen shelf. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. So of course I have to rep with Nanami, with Mahito. I have to represent all of the Gojo and Geto wonderfulness, and then just to support them, I love all of these figures and the plush. They're so good. So I like having a little Jujutsu Kaisen shelf. It's great. And then up here, I have Natsume Book of Friends. I have the first 2 volumes and Madara there. I liked having the white books together, so I put Look Back, which is so good, and then the Death Note novel up there with it. And then, of course, we have to have Bungo Stray Dogs represented. Oda has to be represented. And then we've got some Chainsaw Man, Berserk, and DBZ represented. There is a correlation between them if you dig hard enough. And then, of course, at the top, we have our spiritual beings. So we have, the skull actually was part of a Halloween costume from this year, but I thought that it and Hanako-kun and the Babam fit perfect. And then Puella, Magai, Monica, Magica. This monstrosity will haunt me until the end of time. And so he's just staring, watching, waiting. But yeah, so that's the one shelf. And then starting from the bottom, the one that started us all off is Banana Fish. I worked so hard to track down all of the volumes of Banana Fish. I'm so proud of myself for finding these on eBay and getting them. And then of course this awesome Banana Fish vinyl that goes with it. It's perfect. This is the other Skate the Infinity print. It's so good. I love seeing those 3 characters together. I want more of them. And then this is the Given shelf. So this has the English copies of the manga that I have, along with, this came with a t-shirt and a promotional material. There's some given back behind there. This is the CD collection. This is one of the vinyls. There's little Mafiyu and Oeniyama. And then these are all there's an OVA here, and then the Japanese volumes that I have are right there. So I'll have another volume to come in this fall that I can add to the shelf, so that'll be pretty cool. And then I have a Jujutsu Kaisen and a given shelf, I have to have a Psycho-Pass shelf. So this is all Psycho-Pass. These are all patrons have sent these figurines of the Psycho-Pass characters. I love it. Behind it, just propping this up though, is a Dragon Ball. I had that Dragon Ball back from college. It's the 4-star, which, is the lucky one, so I've got that. But it works to hold up this little saucer. And then I have the manga that one day I will get to. And then the Provenance movie that I ordered last year on Good Friday. And then the art books. So, and then these are like fan books and extra things there. So that's there. And then, because I have to have a Psycho-Pass, a given shelf, and Jujutsu Kaisen, I have to celebrate Daokyusei, which I love Daokyusei. I love these vinyl figures. They're so good. This one that's them playing the game of life is awesome. This one's my favorite. This one is just so beautiful of the two of them. Now this candle, one of my friends gave to me for Christmas, but I would shank a bitch for these two. They're just so good. And then this is the series. I have the Japanese copy of Home, but I pre-ordered the English copy that came out, and so I'm going to react to it later this fall. You better believe I'm going to be reacting to it, because I just love Classmates so much. And I honestly looked through this, but because I couldn't read it or understand what was going on, I was like, maybe they'll release an English copy one day, but I'm going to get it just in case. And so I'm excited to react to that later on this year. And then yes, Be Happy sent me this Bleach poster, which eventually I'll get to Bleach, and I'm super excited about that. And it transitions nice into the lock and key from the basement that I have from Attack on Titan. These are my Attack on Titan things. They seem to fit well with This Is Fine. And then I have these figures from Attack on Titan, Good Times. And then who would withstand Eren except for Frieren and Mao Mao? So they get to share the shelf too. They're balancing out everything, right? And then at the top, I actually have this My Little Pony. I went to a convention years ago, and you got to design your own My Little Pony. So I did this one Mario themed. So there is like Mario, the Cheep Cheeps, and on this side there's the Nintendo game. I just painted all of the different elements on it and got to keep this. I really like this pony. It turned out fun. And if I do the Uma Musume video, I'll have to probably feature it in that. And then some old plushes I had before starting the channel. Psyduck, my favorite Pokemon is Lapras. And then I have some Sasaki to Miyano. They are cuddling next to Lapras and the worm from Labyrinth. And then I was sent this adorable Sanrio plush. It's so cute. But yeah, so if you're wanting to know what was on the shelves, that's it. That's it in close-up detail. Now, you all can't see this, but over on this shelf over here are some different books and things that I have organized throughout the years. So we're going to go through and look at that real quick. Down here at the bottom, and there's Ruby and Huckleberry. Yes. And they're bones. They're mini bones that they're supposed to be chewing on while I record. They're so cute. And Huckleberry's demonic toy of doom underneath Ruby. Keep it there, Ruby. Don't let it have it. So, you all don't know this about me, but I have collected Bleach manga for a long time. I have many a Bleach manga. I have so many Bleach manga. I have a lot. I have, I think, everything except for the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, and I have the art books. I collected these for years, so they're all on the bottom shelf here, just waiting for me to get to Bleach and to talk more about it. And then if you've watched my channel, you've probably seen I have the Berserk. So I have Berserk's manga on here. And I just finished Trigun, so Trigun Maximum's on there too. This is a fan that Be Happy sent me for a Scumvillain self-saving system that's holding down the fort. If Whiteboard Kun gets too clogged up, I got some cleaner for him. This is the Death Note manga set. This is the Attack on Titan Fly book. And then, of course, Grimmer is helping us watch over the monster collection that I looked at while I was reacting to it. This was sent to me a while back, and I've been meaning to get to it, and I haven't yet. It's the Apocalypse, like, it's literally Neon Genesis, but in a classroom setting. It's crazy. One day I will get to it, but it is secure with Monster on the shelf here. And then because I'm a teacher, I have lots of clear files that I just organize stickers and things with and put in like letters and things that people send me. Huckleberry. Nope. But if people send me letters and things, I'll organize them in the clear files and put them over here. And then up here, we actually looked at Revolutionary Girl Utena's manga here. And then I do have some Dragon Ball Z manga that I collected over the years that are some of my favorite parts. I felt it was appropriate to put Thorfinn and Canute and all them up here. So they're kind of watching over. This is probably going to be on my purse in August because I love, follower of Thorfinn. So I got some Vinland Saga stuff up here. And randomly, Dark Lady Chibiusa is next to Canute because crack pairing of the century. Be Happy sent me this Byakuya Funko Pop, which I really should probably put down on the bottom shelf, but I don't want my dogs to mess with it, so up here you go. This, if I'm doing a wig for cosplay on episodes, I will style the wig out and put it on here first, just to test it out for the night and let it sit there. I got this at like a Goodwill. And then this is a Sasaki and Miyano just print that I was sent. Super cute. Up on the walls, I bought this one of Serizawa from Mob Psycho. I wanted the Reagan one so bad, but I waited like a fool and then they sold out and I cannot find it anywhere. I would love to have the Reagan one to put side by side next to Serizawa, but I managed to get him, so I'm going to be happy with that. That's fine. And then I was sent this one of Thorfinn that's signed there, and so I thought it was nice to go put him, on the shelf by them there. And then here, everybody that sent me keychains, I have like a little keychain rack. And so I usually try to change them out every month to change out what keychain I use. So there's a bunch here. A lot of them are Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia. There's some Berserk ones. There's some Haikyuu ones. Also, I'm going to forewarn you all, we are about to be getting into some Haikyuu and Ace of the Diamond spoilery things. Not really Ace of the Diamond, but lots of Haikyuu spoilers here to come in a second. So if you don't want to be spoiled to things in Haikyuu that might happen later on in the series past the anime, I'm giving you a heads up. So this shelf here is essentially miscellaneous sports figurines and Yona of the Dawn. There's not really a rhyme or reason to it, but they just kind of correlated. I took some of my favorite cover pages that I got, like this one from Yona of the Dawn. I really liked it and had it framed. Some of these I've just stuck up on the wall like a college student, but I liked them. And then there's one of Haikyuu, of Hawk and Yona. Haikyuu, I'm thinking Spirited Away. These are coasters that are in here, but I don't want to ruin them. And then I have some of these cards that have been given to me that I have set up. And then why not blend Haikyuu with Yona of the Dawn? I really like this figurine from Yona of the Dawn. It looks really good. And these coasters that were sent. I ordered a long time ago a set of Haikyuu stand-ins of all of the players, and they're really cool, but once you set them up, there's really nowhere to put them. So they're just on this shelf randomly, along with some cards that came with it. And then I've got some other Haikyuu things. I have a baseball that was sent for Ace of the Diamond from Koshin from the 100th anniversary, which is super cool. I love that so much, and I wanted to display it next to some Haikyuu figurines and then the Ace of the Diamond manga that I have. And then down here are just, I started collecting Haikyuu when I started the channel, and then I got into Ace of the Diamond and some other sports anime, and I kind of stopped. I've got a couple Slam Dunk over there, and then I bought some Haikyuu Uno cards, which are cool. So I still have some of the novels and things like that, but I don't have nearly as much as interest in collecting them as I did before. So this is Whiteboard Coon, and you can see for scale there is a conspiracy board Sama behind him. Usually Whiteboard Coon is over here in front of this shelf, so you can't see him because I don't like to have the office door shut. but I put him over here just to give myself some room. Conspiracy board Sama, I actually smuggled out of my school. It was going to be thrown away in the dumpster, and I was like, this giant, massive 6-foot tall board. I was like, I want to take this and use this. And so they were like, sure, take it home. And so I did. Up here on the wall is this poster from a free art book I got of all of our free boys. I love it. I love having a couple of the cards beside it. I like looking up and seeing these guys watching me as I'm reacting. And then down here on the shelf of my desk, there's the Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant DVD. I was sent the entire Sailor Moon set, which was awesome. I have Tsurune. Garden of Sinners I will eventually get to. Nadia I'll eventually get to. I've got free and some others on here. The Death Note series. Some others that I've got. And then way back in the day, Dragon Ball Z, some Bleach series, Haikyuu, Trigun, and then, of course, I found that at like a Best Buy in 2012, like the Code Geass set there. So that's fun. But yeah, so I'm going to get into a Haikyuu spoiler, so giving you a fair warning. This old laptop is one that I used to use for like editing thumbnails. Now I kind of use it for some extra editing. I have an extra mouse pad. There's usually the little mini whiteboard coon that shows what I'm doing this month. And then I have like a Haikyuu kind of Olympics poster there, which is fun. And then this is kind of the desk setup of everything. So this is the other corner, and I'm going to get into all of this. So this is the side y'all don't see. So over here is usually I have my planner. If I'm doing manga reactions like Trigun, it sits on there, and I'll have my coffee. And then the mic stand. The mic stand is not the best location that I have, but I don't really know what else to do for it right now. This is where the computer is at. I had this standing desk arrangement back during the pandemic so I could stand and work on business work, but I use it now. I'm not sure if I'll update it or how that will work, but I have basically my notes of things to do this month. I have a little given calendar that's on there to let me know I have that little, I have my Jujutsu Kaisen mat that everything's on. My poor little webcam that's been with me since 2000. And then my little ring light that's been with me since 2000. My glasses go there. Then my highlighters. And then I have this board. It's like a mood board of just things that people have sent me that inspire me, that I like keeping up there, which is fun. And then I have a given poster that's up there too. So lots of fun stuff there. Just I like looking up and seeing certain images and being inspired. And then down here, I keep a track of what I've uploaded and what I've put on the channel just to kind of keep me organized so that every day when I'm like, okay, did I make this available on YouTube? So I'll highlight it when it's done. Because, you know, some people have editing teams, some people have uploading teams and stuff, and I'm doing it all myself. So that's how I keep track of everything. And then there's Run with the Wind that we'll get eventually to it. The spinning wheel of fate is there with extra highlighters. This is from Ace of the Diamond that was sent to me. I've already started to straighten out what ZEROANTIZERO has sent me on there. And then these are calendar pages from a Haikyuu calendar that I actually had, and I really liked them, so I kept them up there because I absolutely love them. And then I just got this done, and these are just little shelves to put the sports anime things. So I have my little Oikawa shrine, because of course we have to have an Oikawa shrine, why wouldn't we? And then there's some Ace of the Diamond goodies that are there, which I love. And then there's some more Ace of the Diamond up there. And then staring at me from the abyss is Kuroko's basketball. Staring at me. And then way at the top is Blue Lock. Blue Lock's just up there. Blue Lock is up there just making sure, Asagi's making sure I got this. So yeah, this is basically the space. It's not anything crazy elaborate. It's definitely the lowest tech possible. I'm sure you all have suggestions for lighting and computer setup and all that, which I appreciate any contributions as far as that goes, because I'm not a tech savvy person in that realm. So, but yeah, this is the space. I am going to show you one more spot that I have in my home and go from there. But otherwise, give me just a second and I'll show you that. So I have a couple of Donmai and MXTX related things that were sent to me, and I didn't have room for them in my office, so I've put them in this little side space here in this bedroom. And so this is just things from MXTX, from different various works that you can see there. Over here in this corner of this room is actually, this is called my Donmai corner. This is the Donmai corner of this space. That tripod is usually where this camcorder kind of sits when I'm not using it. But just to kind of show you what this space looks like, this is some MXTX stuff that I have. They can come down there. And then on this shelf, if I go down, there is some different Shonen Jumps that I have, some different art books. I have some of the Fruits Basket volumes from the Ultimate Editions when they were doing those. Some Cherry magazines. There's some plushies of Mob Psycho. Some more Cherry volumes that I have some Given chapters in. And then up here, these are all BL series that I have not looked at yet, so they're going to be fresh ones. These are going to be ones that I'm eventually going to get to, and I'm super excited. So you can see Summer Hikaru Died is going to get looked at here soon, which is awesome. I've had a lot of people recommend Run Wild, so I'm excited I have that too. And then there's some Buddy Daddies and Spy Family love up there. And then as far as this, I like this little side corner cabinet jobby here. Iron and Wine, I really liked them in college, so I got one of their posters and I liked it still, so it stays framed. This one right here, of course, Sasaki Miyano, gotta represent. But here is like the MXTX wall of MXTX novels and also other novels that I've not gotten to yet, but they are gonna be there whenever I get a chance to read them after Word of Honor. I've got my little Jojishu and Winkeshing figurines there that was sent to me. These blackbirds were actually my great-grandmother made them. She called them prayer birds because they were really hard to sculpt. Unfortunately, one of them got cracked in moving, but I have both of them that were my great-grandma's, and so they're kind of just watching over this space. I do realize that Mako and Sosuke from Free are here, but I had nowhere else to put them, so there's a random Sosuke figurine and Makoto and Sosuke there, but it's fine. It's fine. Shin Shincho isn't judging them. And then these are all just more Donmai MXTX figurines and things up here. And then down here is, I have some Acid Town, Strangers by the Sea, which I love, and then Check Please, which is so good, and then some Ouran High School Host Club, and some other series that have been sent to me. So yeah. So that is the tour of all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I got. Hopefully you enjoyed me showing you all that, and I'll see you all next month and on the channel here in August with some more reactions. Thank you all so much for the support, and have a great month. Bye!